Hello, welcome to your morning flow. We will start with a meditation, so if you feel you need any blocks or blankets to make your experience more comfortable, maybe pause the video, take a moment to get them now, and we'll find ourselves in a comfortable seat. So for you that's cross legs, or maybe you take a hero's pose with the knees together, or maybe you sit on a blanket. And we'll start with closed eyes or eyes that are gazing low towards the floor. Connecting to the base of the body, making any adjustments you need to feel that the weight is evenly distributed across your sit bones or your legs, whatever is the base of your body right now. And let's dedicate a few exhales to connecting to the base of the body. If it supports you to breathe out the mouth, enjoying a beautiful sigh. Our out breath connects us to the downward moving flow of energy, Apana Vayu. Connecting us with the pelvis, the legs, the feet. And feeling your consciousness in the lower part of your body. Filling in any gaps there might be in your presence and awareness here. Dedicate your final breath to the lower body. Before resting awareness at the very lower back, the tailbone, the sacrum. And climbing your awareness up the spine, all the way up to the crown of the head, imagining here that the head is like a helium balloon floating easily, effortlessly up towards the ceiling. Perhaps there's a little tuck of the chin towards the spine and a sinking of the shoulders towards the floor. Connecting with the breath now, noticing how it is naturally, seeing if there's spaciousness, willingness to let the belly soften, let more of the breath into the abdomen. And if there's any adjustments you want to make here to have a more easy flow of breath, feel free to roll the shoulders back, or maybe realize that you can lengthen a little bit more, decompressing that diaphragm area at the front and the middle of the body. And resting awareness in the center of the chest, widening the scope, deepening the scope of your awareness to encompass the heart space. And presencing through the heart for just a moment. We'll bring the palms together in front of the heart space, Anjali Mudra, bowing the head slightly in a gesture of honoring. Perhaps the thumbs move towards the sternum and the sternum puffs up towards the thumbs like a proud little robin. And if there's an intention you have for your practice or for your day, there's an opportunity now to let that land or let that arise. Dedicating a breath to this intention, aligning presence, intention, and breath. Let's all take a sigh out the mouth. We'll flutter open the eyelids. Inhale, Anjali Mudra raises overhead. We can lift the gaze towards the palms. As we exhale, let's exhale those palms to the heart. We'll do this 2 more times. And this might be really gentle for you, a gentle sliding or a piercing, or perhaps there's more of a stretch here. Final inhale, piercing up with the arrow hands. Let's come to a side bend. The right hand plants on the floor, left hand reaches over. Keep the sit bones connected to the floor. Breathing into the left side body all the way from the hip to that pinky finger. Inhale, float to the other side, like a pendulum swinging to either side of the center. Breathing into the side body. The pendulum, 1 more time on each side. Inhale, hands come to shoulder height. Palms are lifted to the ceiling as if we have little candles resting in the palms there. Take a moment to feel your long spine, the wingspan of your arms, the steadiness of your heart. Perhaps the gaze finds a center point out in front, finding a drishti point to quieten the eyes, which quietens the mind. We'll transition to eagle arms. So let's bring the arms together at the midline. We'll stack the left elbow in the right elbow crease. If it works for you to bring palms together, that's great. Otherwise, backs of the palms or as far as you can reach is fine. From here, we will align the inhale with bringing the arrowhead of the hands up, softening the neck. And exhale, drawing the elbows and the chin in towards the belly. Inhaling up. Exhaling, curling inwards. Let's do 2 more. Return to center, unravel the elbows. Let's take cactus arms, big sunflower hands, squeezing elbows behind, shoulder blades come together and we tuck the chin towards the heart. 1 breath here, in and out. Hands come to Anjali Mudra at the center. Exhale. Letting the arms rest, softening shoulders before inhaling Anjali up. Exhale, come to a seated twist. We'll turn to the left. The fingers plant and root into the floor to help raise the top of the head towards the sky. Option here to look the eyes over the shoulder. One more breath here. Inhale, hands come up to the center. Exhale your rotation to the other side. Fingers like tree roots planting down to lift the canopy of the head towards the ceiling. Option to look over the shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, hands up to the top, the torso centers. Exhale, hands to heart. And if you are currently in a hero's pose, I'll give you a moment to come to cross legs if that's available to you. For those of us in cross legs, we can stay. And what we're all going to do is just bring the foot that's behind in the cross to the front. And we can use our hands to walk down into a forward fold. Maybe your arms stay straight and the spine long. Or perhaps you round the spine completely, letting the head and the neck hang. One breath here. Pressing into the floor to raise yourself up gently. We will come to a tabletop position. So the hands come roughly under the shoulders, spread those fingers wide, knees are roughly under the hips. And from here, let's come to a cat-cow, allowing the tailbone to be the initiatory place of movement. So as we inhale, we'll lift the tailbone, send a ripple through the spine, maybe the chin and the throat lift. And exhale, tailbone tuck, sending that ripple back the other way. Continuing in your own time, to your own breath rhythm. Really press down into those hands when the back is arched. Maybe we open through the throat a little more when we find ourselves in cow, Bittilasana. Spreading across the shoulder blades, the upper back as we press down into the earth, tucking chin to heart. And feeling that stretch of the skin and the tissues across the front body. Let's do 2 more rounds. Find yourself in tabletop. Take a moment to do a little sway. Maybe you oscillate left to right or create circles with the hips. Just feel into a non-linear form of movement in this tabletop position. You might think of it as intuitive stretching. If there's any niggly bits you want to move into, we have an opportunity now. Inviting us back to a tabletop position. We'll thread the needle. Let's start with the right hand up in the air as we inhale. Exhale, thread it under the left armpit. The ear comes to the floor, or you can place a block under the head or a blanket. Option here to take the left hand and plant it towards the top of the mat. Ear to the ground. Gentle twist through the spine. Let the belly raise up towards the spine on the exhale if you feel that coming. We'll take our top hand, plant it back near the face to lift up. Come back to your tabletop. And before we come to the other side, let's bring the knees together, tuck the toes, and send the buttocks back to the heels. Hands come to the heart in Anjali. If that toe stretch and plantar fascia stretch is just not available to you today, totally fine. Just untuck those toes, take a hero's pose. Otherwise, we'll be here for 1 breath. Find that steady gaze out in front. greeting sensation. Hands come to the floor in front. We'll move those knees back under the hips, untucking the toes, and let's thread the needle on the other side. The left hand aligns with the inhale as it rises, threading under the right armpit. Ear comes to the floor. Option to extend that hand to the front of the mat. One more breath. Exhaling completely. Using that top hand to press into the mat to lift up. Knees come together. But instead of coming to our toe stretch, we'll spread those fingers wide. Make sure we feel nice and stable in our hands there. And let's draw a circle with our belly button. Or maybe it makes more sense to draw a circle with your buttocks, your heart space. We're just bringing a tiny bit of core activation here. Switching other sides with your circles. Releasing the legs of their duty. They're just kind of here to create the structural shape here. And we'll do a few little hips to the floor if that's available. So the hips come to one side of the mat, hips come to the other side of the mat, leaning into the elbow there. Do 2 more on each side. Come out at any time if that movement just doesn't work for you today. We don't use our body to get in the pose, we use the pose to get into our body. Centering when you're ready. Let's wiggle those knees forward, come to a child. Hands can either be out at the front or down to the side, but let's give them a moment to relax. Relaxing arms, relaxing wrists. On your next inhale, we'll tuck the core towards the spine, rolling ourselves up. Let's do a few yummy shoulder circles here, niggling out any crunchy bits. I'll invite us to bring bent elbows into the picture, reconnecting to that imagery of wings, of wingspan, allowing yourself to be soft in the wrists here. Maybe the heart wants to move into a little back bend. Follow whatever feels nice and natural for you here. We'll come to a tabletop. Shift to a low lunge. I'm going to put my left foot to the front to start. Checking that our heel is under the knee. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. The arms frame the leg. And from here, I'm just going to pulse back and forward, letting the body know that there could be an intense stretch here through the back hip, and checking that I'm nice and stable in that front foot, having a few presses to test my strength and stability there. And then when I feel ready, I'll press into the front foot. Inhale, lift the torso and the hands, coming to a crescent moon lunge. Taking a breath, letting the heart shine forward. Maybe the gaze is out to the front or up to the sky. A gesture of receiving light with the hands. Let's take cactus arms, sunflower hands, squeeze elbows behind, take a little back bend if that's comfortable. Interlacing fingers behind, press them to the floor, tuck the chin. Take a revolved lunge, right hand plants to the floor, gaze follows the left as it rises. Taking a breath here. If there's any tenderness in the wrist, you can always take a fist. Floating that top hand to the ceiling, we'll send the buttocks back towards the back heel. The front leg straightens as much as available to you this morning. Maybe you pulse back and forward. If you're a bit more warmed up, perhaps you can point those front toes towards the ceiling, getting a really even stretch through the calves, the hamstrings, the back of the knee. Hello, sensation. Taking a breath. Shifting back to your low lunge. We're going to tuck the back toe and we'll move into a three-legged dog. So the front foot is going to end up in the ceiling behind. Beautiful. Might need to shuffle forward, a bit like me. Activating the buttock, activating the back of the leg, pointing that toe up towards the ceiling, pressing down evenly through both hands as much as possible. Perhaps you're on your tiptoes or ball of the foot there, or the heel can come down towards the ground. Holding for a count of 3, 2, 1, and then we'll step that foot back to the front, runner's lunge pose, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. We're sending energy through the back leg, the back heel. Taking a breath here, finding your drishti point to steady the eyes, steady the mind. We're going to step to a down dog, pressing ourselves back, the hips lift to the ceiling, and we'll step to low lunge on the other side. So that right foot comes forward if you're following me. The other knee comes to the floor, checking alignment between heel and knee. Having a little pulse here, seeing how steady you feel. And when you feel ready, we'll inhale, come to crescent moon lunge. Press into that front foot, greeting the sensation in that extended leg to the back. Opening to light and shining your own light forward through the heart. We'll take cactus arms, sunflower hands. Squeezing elbows behind, shoulder blades come together. Interlace hands behind, press down, tuck the chin. We'll plant the left hand on the floor. Revolved low lunge, the right hand lifts, the gaze follows, or the neck can stay neutral, looking out in the direction of the heart. One breath here. We'll float the top hand back down to the ground, buttocks come to half Hanumanasana, our half split stretch. Having a pulse or a little move, whatever supports you to settle into this stretch. Maybe you point those toes a little bit more towards the ceiling. We'll take a few breaths here. Letting the breath move through the body. If you notice that it's been caught anywhere, see if there's space for it to flow once there's awareness. We'll shift back to our low lunge, front knee bends, and we'll come to that fun little transition, tucking the toe, lifting ourselves to three-legged dog, making any adjustments here you need to, pointing that toe up towards the ceiling, the buttock, the hamstring activated as you reach, and you press down in the opposite direction through the hands, holding for a count of 3, 2, 1. We'll bring that top foot to the front, runner's lunge pose. Squared to the front of the mat with the pelvis and the heart, sending energy through the back leg, back heel, lifting the gaze, finding a drishti point. Settle in. We'll plant the hands, come to a down dog, have a little stretch here, maybe a little pedal of the feet. I'm going to move my knees in alternate directions, so first I'll start with my right knee moving towards the left of the mat, leaning into a little side bend here, and then I'll lean the left knee towards the right of the mat. Might feel some stretch through the hips or the hamstrings, the back. It'll be different for everyone on any given day. One more on each side. And let's lower the knees, take a wide-legged child, spread the hands to the front. Lift the gaze. Bring in spider hands, the fingertips perch into the floor. We're activated through the arms, through the shoulder blades. If your neck is sore at all, you can just look it down towards the floor. We'll walk those spider hands over to the right so that the torso is roughly in line with the right knee. And we'll walk that left hand a little bit further so that we feel a stretch through the shoulder blade, most likely through the waist. One more breath. Walk those hands through center, coming over to the other side, reaching the fingertips of the right hand a little bit further. One more breath. Walking hands to the center, pressing yourself up, bringing knees together, hero's pose. And hands can either be on the thighs, or maybe you want to bring the hands to the heart space or your body somewhere. Taking a moment to feel how you feel. Take this moment to just be. One more breath to play with awareness of being. Fluttering the eyes open, we will move to a Shavasana. If you prefer to take a Sukhasana, a meditative pose to complete the sequence, you're very welcome to simply meditate for the end of your class. Otherwise, you can come down to your corpse pose, or perhaps a constructive rest with the knees bent. Wherever you find yourself, allow yourself to be comfortable making any adjustments. As we settle into our final pose, my invitation is to use the doorway of the breath. So noticing where the breath is impacting the body, feeling a rise and a fall through the abdomen, the chest. Noticing if you're holding any tension in the face. You can let the lips go, the tongue go, cheeks and jaw, the temples, the muscles around the eyes, behind the eyes, the eyebrows, spreading across the forehead, the third eye point expanding, relaxing the scalp, the ears, the back of the neck. Your next exhale, relax every single part of your body. The whole back body yields into the support of the floor. The front of the body spills open to the sides. I'll leave you in silence for just a few breaths. Feeling your body on the floor, hearing a few sounds around you, bringing a bit more vitality into the body through the in-breath, externalizing as you wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, maybe a few little rotations of the extremities here. And you can either roll to one side to bring yourself up, or you can come up in whatever other way feels natural and easy for you. Taking a moment to settle and completing your class with whatever gesture supports a sense of honoring sending a sincere thank you to the body, to the consciousness within, to the consciousness all around. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.